Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Welcome back. Confronting Shoggoth. Here we are. Please, if you wouldn't mind, let me know if you can see and or hear me. Oh. It's Sunday, the 23rd of June somehow, 2024. Who knew we'd get here? But we are. And that's a good thing, I'm told. We are doing Rest by 1,000 dots. Last week, we finally got a bit of colour into this jelly. So I will work on these jellyfish today. And maybe get them finished? No, I don't think so. I want to grab some textures for that. I want to grab some funky textures for them. Although, should probably finish the rest first. So probably not that. But we got a bajillion dots to do, so let's do some of them. At least. Let me know how you are. What have you been doing? I have been ill. And I still can't roll, but I did train yesterday. So that's good. But yeah, my shoulder hurts. That's why I'm not rolling. I have tendonitis, I'm told. Tendonitis of the shoulder. It is very painful. I wouldn't recommend it. Right, we're getting quite laggy. I shouldn't have made this file so large. But here we are. I think we need more dots on this bit. Yeah. Not being able to spar at jiu-jitsu sucks, but I've been working on a lot of little bits. Theoretically, I suppose. I've been watching a lot of things. I kind of am at the point where I just wish I could take them live and start actually trying them. But we'll get there. It's been a month maybe, and it said 5 to 6 weeks, so hopefully soon I'll start seeing some improvement. Either that or I'll go back and ask for a injection or something in my shoulder. They didn't offer it, but I believe you can get them for that. I'm not sure what else to try. Got anti-inflammatories, they do nothing. I'm doing physio, which feels like it's doing nothing. But keep doing it anyway because you never know. Yeah, so just gonna keep doing those things and hope it gets better. It's been quite a while, and it starts getting to you at a certain point where you just really want to start, you know, doing the thing you enjoy. And I might be at the stage where a few weeks off doesn't affect my performance necessarily when I come back. But I don't feel that way. I feel like if I miss this time, then I'm going to get worse. That's why, well, it's not the only reason I've been studying loads. I want to get better anyway, so I've been studying loads. Anyway, that's jiu-jitsu. Other stuff has happened. But I can't remember what. Went to the fair on Friday. I would not recommend that for anyone that gets dizzy easily. That was kind of awful. I mean, I had a panic attack on one of the spinny rides, but I'm a lot better with panic attacks now, so it was fine. Yeah. Good to do things that make you feel bad, probably. Because when you get through them, you feel a bit better. That's my advice. If you do want actually some advice with anxiety, let me know, because I've been doing it for a very long time. And I have lots of helpful tips. What else? What else? Not a lot. I went and took some pictures on Friday for a company, community sort of company in town. Company seems like the wrong word. They're very nice. They help people out, offer advice, offer free advice. So I went and took pictures of their building for an update on their website. And the pictures look great, so that's good. Hey, you're a bit blobbed. That's okay. We'll accept a bit blobbed ones. Oh yeah, yesterday. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday we wrote and recorded demoage of vocals for one song. We just got one verse and one chorus done, which doesn't seem like a lot in quite a few hours, but we also had a lovely dinner. And the vocal melody that we wrote sounds really good, so I am very happy with it. Yeah. Also, yeah, the dinner was cooked by my lovely partner. But that is pretty much the extent of my week because I've not been able to train or do anything because of being ill. It was only a cold. It's still kicking around, but it's nothing serious. Blob. I imagine like quite a few of these are just going to blur into one anyway. I don't think I have to be too worried about the fact that like here these are grouped up and there's kind of nothing there. I think it's all okay. Because when this is like rasterized, or even not, I don't know. I think it'll be fine. You won't even notice, maybe. Maybe I'll do some kind of pass of like an image trace on it. See what it looks like. We can get a few more here, can't we? Oh, two attached to each other. What else has been going on? Not a lot. I've been going forwards and backwards on what to do with my life. And I still haven't made a perfect decision. And I don't want to rush that decision either, so just going to keep going, see how things work out a little, and take it from there. I have been considering retraining as a carpenter because now my anxiety is better. Not cured, just more manageable. It would be nice to work in an environment that I really like. And an environment that I really like that I've spent a fair amount of time in is a workshop. So that would be a really nice thing to do. And I'd get to make stuff with my hands. I know I'm kind of doing that now, but it's a bit different. And yeah, I like making things, physical things, as well as art. And I haven't done it in a long time, and I'd like to. I like working with wood as well. Yeah, and I just like the atmosphere of workshops. So I am considering it. Or more than that, I am looking into it. I'd like to keep making videos as well. The last video I made, it'll be out on Wednesday. It was only a minute long, but for some reason I just really enjoyed doing it, and I wanted to make another one that day, but I couldn't because it got quite late. So I'm gonna start building up a bit of a backlog of videos. I want to start spending a bit more time, put a bit more time into making videos. So at the moment I just sort of do an afternoon a week doing it. But it would be cool to put a little bit more time in. And yeah, just keep enjoying it. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello. I can only assume yes. But I don't know. You. How's that look? Oh. Whoa. Welcome, anyway. Welcome back. Welcome to Confronting Shoggoth. This is what we're doing. One day I'm going to really have to tackle this eye, and I'm putting it off. That big eye and all of the other little eyes. let's find some questions. And just don't forget to drink some water. What's the best show currently on TV? There's like a chunk of them that are just sort of getting started, like Ahsoka and things like that. All those Star Wars TV shows, Obi-Wan. I feel like they have potential. I mean, I've really, really loved both of those. Especially that fight in Obi-Wan. I was a bit disappointed that they kind of underpowered Ahsoka. But, yeah. There was some real good stuff in there. Apart from that first episode. What was that? Obi-Wan. I think it was Obi-Wan, actually. Like some of the worst choreography I've ever seen. Or at least worst acting of throwing punches. God, that was bad. But Obi-Wan came out very good in the end. Very good. Best fight scene in all of Star Wars, I would say. Had the most weight, obviously. I'd be really cool if they did Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan. Not sure how that works out time-wise. Probably not possible. That's probably already happened. No, wait. Yeah, maybe? Not sure. Can't actually remember when it's set. It's kind of quite close to the beginning of Obi-Wan being there, I think. Or maybe like halfway through. I'm not sure. What did I say Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan? It'd be cool if they did that. I'm not sure if I said that. I'm not sure if I said Darth Maul. I know I said something, but I don't know if I said Darth Maul. I may have said something wrong. The Boys also is really good. I'm enjoying this season probably more than the last two. Or one of them I didn't think much of. I can't remember which one it was. I'm really enjoying this season so far. 4 episodes out. Some of it's a bit. It's all horrible because that's the point. Some of it's a bit too close to real life, which sort of makes you feel a bit gross. But it's good that it's being pointed out. It's a complicated one. But yeah, Boys is great. I can't think of anything else right now, but I'm sure there is a bunch of great TV shows that are currently happening. However, best TV show ever made, also Carl Urban. Almost Human. Itchy foot. Oh, cramp now. Cool. Well, I remember. I need to find some way of anti-cramping my body because it's cramping up all the time. How to stop cramps? I know the obvious ones like hydration and such. And the right vitamins and everything, but I'm getting all of that and it's still not helping. Still cramping a lot. So, I need something else. Anyway, yeah, Almost Human, Carl Urban. It was cancelled after 1 season, but it was and is my favourite TV show of all time. Obviously, I loved The Expanse, but that dude, you know, is my favourite character, and then the actor just ruined it. And it was really hard for me to get past that. Well, I'm not past it. Can't. I know people can separate art from artist. I am not capable of it. Um, and yeah, I mean, you don't have to. You do what works for you. Yeah. Watch Almost Human. It's like a buddy cop sort of show, but it sets up so many things that it never gets to live out. Some of the stuff it sets up feels like it's going to be really interesting, and it's sort of in that Dread world as well, which is also Carl Urban. They mentioned the cubes. That's really the only reference, and I don't know if it's even intentional or not. It doesn't matter whether it is or not. It's interesting, and it gives you like a bit of headcanon. You don't have to. It doesn't have to actually be that. Just be that in your head. And none of it ever gets lived out, which is a shame. It's very funny. It was very good. I would say every episode could be like a movie, which is the same thing I think of Red Dwarf. Red Dwarf also one of the best shows ever made. Incredible. But I can't. I don't. Yeah, I don't watch Red Dwarf at the moment. But though both those shows were shows I just would go to sleep to as well, because they were comforting to me. I'd seen them. I know every line from every episode, probably, of both those shows. But it's still damn good. If you have any advice on how to get rid of cramps, please let me know. Other than hydration and the right vitamins. So I already get those. So should you. Let's have some water. Oh. What cartoons did you watch as a child? Comic book ones. So my favorites were X-Men, Spider-Man. I really liked a couple of the Batman ones. I would say to this day, some of the Batman ones are still the best ones. Yeah. X-Men's come back, obviously. The 97, I don't know, the 90s X-Men. And I've been waiting, 30 years for this. Nearly. Is it 99? I don't know. It's a date. I've been waiting a long time, but I still haven't watched them. But I will. I kind of want to go back and watch them all. because I haven't watched them since the 90s. I've never rewatched any of those things. I just watched them when they came out on TV. So I missed a bunch, obviously, because you don't manage to catch every time it airs on TV. There was no internet back then. There was no VOD. You know, there was no watch on demand. So you either watched it or you didn't. So yeah, I loved those X-Men. I used to watch Fantastic Four as well around my friend's house. He liked that more than I did. I didn't care so much for Fantastic Four. I do like Mr. Fantastic. I just didn't like Doctor Doom as a bad guy, and I think the only arc I would have seen was Doctor Doom. I don't think I saw anything else. Not that I remember, anyway. I can't even remember which Spider-Man it was that was out then. Pokemon as well. I always watched Pokemon, except it was like a 15-minute episode with 3 ad breaks, and the ad breaks were long. Because they weren't actually ad breaks, they were... It was on SMTV. The presenters would just, like, don't know, dress up as Pokemon in a boxing ring or something between... You know, they dragged this 15-minute episode out into, like, 45 minutes. It was painful, but I watched that. I watched Dragon... I didn't have Sky, but... what was I saying? My friend, a kid that went to my school, he had Sky, and we used to watch Dragon Ball Z at his. I liked just Beyblades just popped into my head. I quite liked. Wait, was that even a show? That was later anyway. I now can't remember. Hey Arnold and Arthur and all that stuff. That was more like my sister's age. So my sisters would watch it, but you know, there was always stuff that my sisters would watch that I didn't dislike. There was a bunch that was crap, and then there was some good stuff there as well. And those ones were 2 of them. And Fairly Odd Parents, that was excellent. I think what else. I would have watched like I probably would have disliked. I would have watched all the cartoons and I would have disliked maybe 30% of them. So there would have been a lot that I would have watched. Then there was always things that were like gonna be the next thing, like Digimon, and then it never took off. There was always stuff like that. Versions of stuff. Ooh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, yes. It wasn't on very often, but when it was, I was watching it, for sure. Around this sort of time as well, Buffy came out. So we're talking like was that 99? Was it earlier, like 97? It was 97, yeah. Did I just say there's a new TV show? Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot in development in 2018. Probably not going to happen then. Reported to have been paused in 2022. I'd watch a Buffy reboot. As long as what's his face isn't involved. You know, the showrunner. Not the cast. I mean, I did read up the other day about Xander being a very terrible person, which is awful, but still not as bad as what's his name. I feel like no one can be. Simpsons, King of the Hill, Stressed Eric, Futurama. These were all you'd always watch them when they were on. You'd always watch them. I can't even imagine the ratings those shows must have got. No one missed episodes of The Simpsons. That like end of the 90s period, like 96 to 99, they must have had insane ratings. What was it on Channel 2 before Buffy, and then it moved to Channel 4 maybe? Stressed Eric and King of the Hill were on Channel 4 late at night for some reason. They're on at like 11 o'clock or something. But always watch them. I'm sure there was so many more. I just can't think of them. Futurama was on, I think it was only on Sky for a while, and then it might have moved to Channel 4 or 5. So I used to watch Futurama around my friend's house, the same place I watched Dragon Ball Z. But Dragon Ball Z, like, I'd go to his house one week. I think it was only on once a week, so I'd go to his house one week, and then I'd go to his house like 2 months later, and it would still be the same fight. It was wild. These fights lasted months. I think I watched the Cell saga, the Frieza saga, and most of the Boo saga, if not all. Frieza, then Cell, then Boo, isn't it? Or is it Frieza, Boo, Cell? No, I don't know. Maybe I didn't do all the Cell saga. I can't actually remember who's first, so no point in trying to speculate. And I reckon... maybe we'd still ruin friends another way. My best friend... We met through sort of a love of animation, manga, anime. And I wonder if that didn't exist, whether we'd still be friends. I think we would have. We had everything else in common as well. It wasn't just that. That's just what got us talking initially. I'm sure we would have spoke about something else. And he will be on next Sunday's stream. As long as we can get it working. I think I said last week that it was going to be this week, but I forgot that that's not what it was. It was next week. What's the funniest TV series you have seen? Red Dwarf. Absolutely Red Dwarf. That show has made me cry with laughter many times. It's a wonderful show. Me and that same friend, we used to... He had loads of like cassettes of Red Dwarf videotapes. And I think they were just maybe copied. Maybe his brother made them or something. I can't remember. We used to watch them all the time. That show's been around longer than I've been alive. 89, I think that started. Yeah. Can't remember what else is funny. Can't think right now. There's differences though, isn't there? It's like funny, and then there's things that catch you by surprise funny. And that's the stuff I really like. And yeah, I mean, at the moment I've sort of shifted to YouTube, so there's a bunch of stuff that Oxbox do that cracks me up so much. It's always just little subtle things, like someone will say something in the background, or it would be someone's facial expression, and it just makes me so happy. And yeah, usually it's Luke. Quite often it's Mike, but usually it was Luke, and now he's gone. But his new channel is good, and I'm sure he will find his feet. I say new channel, it's his old channel, but that's where the stuff's going on now with him. And still on at the moment I'm watching D&D, but it's Pokemon. That was a bit of it there. I clicked on the screen and it had reloaded the page for some reason. I'm gonna save because things have been crashing lately and I want to be safe. If you could bring back one TV show that has been cancelled, what would it be? I wonder. Well, they've put cough, Firefly cough, but the thing is, Almost Human is so much better than Firefly. It's just so much better than Firefly. Firefly was really messed up, obviously. And I did like Firefly, but I didn't like it anywhere near as much as Almost Human. And like Farscape. I mean, Farscape ended quite well because they got to do that extra, like, feature, sort of like a movie. Like, it was like 2 longer episodes, I think. Which I didn't know about until years and years later. I thought it just ended with them getting vaporized, and I was like, oh. And then years later, I found out that they actually did the Peacekeeper Wars. And it concluded. It concluded really well. I definitely did cry. I cried at the end of Peacekeeper Wars. I rewatched the whole thing. When I found out Peacekeeper Wars had come out, I rewatched the entire series and then watched Peacekeeper Wars. And by that point, you're real invested again. I wouldn't just watch like the movie 10 years after I watched the TV show and cry. But you are back invested in those characters, and it was fucking good. And you know, Farscape isn't. It's slow. It's not. You know, it takes a long time for a lot of things to happen because it was running weekly, and that was the sort of pacing back then. It wasn't like, oh, you can stream all the episodes right now. Here's a story arc. It wasn't like that. It was more like each episode has its own story, and slowly they brought in like a whole big arc. But yeah, that was probably my favorite show growing up. And Buffy. I really liked Buffy. Oh, and X-Files. X-Files also very good. I might It is 97. I may watch X-Men 97 tonight. I may start it. I have some work to do, which doesn't require any writing. So I could watch that while I work. And that would be real cool. I mean, I probably won't watch X-Men 97, the new series. I'll probably go back and watch them from the beginning to catch up to that point. Because I would love to know how many I remember. Probably not very many. As it was nearly 30 years ago. That was my old man voice. You're welcome. What do you think about this lack of beard? I mean, I'm growing the beard back anyway, but... It was nice to have a short break from it. But I'm just too chubby to have... I'm too chubby and my face is too small to be having no beard right now. That's how I think of it. Yeah, this is looking good. For some reason, my partner made 2 shepherd's pies last night. One big one and one small one. Probably because she wasn't sure if one would be enough, but it was. Either that or she made too much material for the pot. Either way, I get a shepherd's pie tonight. Excellent news, everyone. OBS crashed. Not for the first time. But at least I know how to get back to this now, which is handy. I'm not sure if we're actually working yet, so I'm just going to give it a minute. Seems to just be buffering on my screen. Well, I'll carry on. Get this back to where it was. Hey, that's not the right color. Blob. Sorry about this. Yeah, okay, it looks like we're back and fine. So, hello again. Not sure what I was saying other than reminiscing about old TV shows. Feel like this doesn't look as good this time. But that's okay. What did I watch recently? We watched Nope. I thought it was going to be scary. I thought it was going to be a bit more eldritch horror-y. It was just sort of vague cosmic horror. And it wasn't scary at all. Well, there was one bit that freaked me out, which was when the kids were pretending to be aliens. But I don't think that counts. Yeah. Oh well. Can't think of what else. Started watching the 8 show after finishing Physical 100 Underground, which was good, but season 1 was better. feel like season 1 had more likable people in it. Actually, a lot of the people in season 2 were just bad. They were just not very nice. Oh well. The 8 show is another Korean show, I believe. So, I mean, yeah, this is the 3rd season of a Korean show that I've watched. I didn't know that that's what I was going to be getting into, but it's good TV for when you're eating dinner, is what it is. It's not, you know, it's not too intense. It's not too. Yeah, you have to read the subtitles, but you're not really missing much if you don't catch a line. You're mostly going to be, if it's physical 100, you're mostly going to be missing them saying, oh God, what's the catchphrase? His physique is no joke. Didn't say it much in season 2, maybe only once. But it said a lot in season 1. So if you were hoping for a drinking game or something, season 2 ruined it. But it was still good. I'll be watching season 3. Let's not have any touching moments. What else? What else? What else? Come on. What do you think about reality TV? Why do you think it's so popular? I have no idea. I mean, it's like mindless, right? And I know like Physical 100 is reality TV, but it's like what's the difference? The people, the goal. A lot of reality TV doesn't have a goal. It's just mindless without a goal. At least this is mindless with a goal. Reality TV is awful. I have no idea why people watch it. Drama, I think, probably. But, like, you could watch a really good drama for drama, but... You know, none of these people watch Sopranos or The Wire, or Band of Brothers, or something good. I wonder if they'd like it, if they did watch it. I don't see how you could not like any of them. They're great. Oh. If you're new and just joining, welcome. Please drop a comment below. Just saying hello, just so I know you're there. Ask me a question. My expertise are drums, art, especially like the Adobe Suite, Premiere Pro, Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign. Hey, how did you get there, Rogue One? Rogue One! Hey, let's not, as you made it there, let's not delete you. Let's place you somewhere else. You can go right there. Why not? I cannot remember what I was saying. Cranberry juice drink. Reality TV. I don't know if I'd stop talking about that. Ah, delicious. I think Physical 100 is reality TV. It feels like it to me. But maybe to be reality TV, you have to have no goal. You know, like Ozzy Osbourne, that one, the thing that started it all. The Osbournes, was that what it was called? And we watched that when I was a kid, but we watched it because Ozzy. And it wasn't really drama. It was just a confused man walking around swearing at things. Oh man, what do we do when everyone like Ozzy is gone? Because one day that will happen, and people like him won't get replaced. Best not to think about. What's your favourite genre of movie? It's a good question. Sci-fi generally, but sci-fi, it's not hit and miss. It's like hit and miss and miss and miss and miss and miss. There's so much bad sci-fi, but then you'll get something incredible, like Moon or something else recent. Moon's the most recent one I can think of that was good, but that was 14 years ago. I think it was 2010, or maybe 11. 2009. Time, you move too fast. Yeah, like anything that's really well shot or has really good dialogue, I like. So it's your Tarantino's. I really loved how the Batman was shot. I like those sort of slightly smaller, artier films. There was a really weird one about a train crash, which made like a toxic fog with Adam Driver in it. I really enjoyed that. They cloned Tyrone. That was a bloody excellent film. Stuff like that doesn't come along very often. But just those slightly weird ones. Or sometimes quite weird. Those are my favourites. Stuff like that. But you know, I love a good superhero movie too. We watched Guardians 3 recently. That was good. It was better than the second, not better than the first. Yeah. Most of those movies, you know, if they come out, I'm going to watch them. I'm not going to love every one of them. I didn't think much of... I really wanted to, but I didn't think much of the Black Widow one. I thought they were going to do something. Like, nothing really happened. I thought something was going to happen. Something big was going to happen, and it just never did. No twist. I like twists. There you go. I like a good twist. My favourite sci-fi movie of all time is probably Alien. For the costume design, the prop design, the cinematography, like just the general art direction of that whole movie is gorgeous. Obviously, doesn't hurt with like the Geiger stuff. You got multiple incredible people working on that film. Real artists. Yeah. But my favourite film of all time is True Romance. Also, yeah, that's what I was talking about. I remember now. If you want to ask a question, if you want to know anything, my expertise, the Adobe Suite, etc., drums, some guitar, some music stuff, songwriting, um, lyric writing, melody writing, concept writing. I have some stuff, some level of insight into that sort of stuff. In Jiu-Jitsu, I am only a purple belt. But there's a bunch of stuff I know. That I will be happy to share. Okay. What movie scene choked you up the most? A bunch in Toy Story 3. I think I saw that movie on a date, and I was like gripping the chair, trying not to cry. God, that movie was emotional. I haven't watched Toy Story 4 yet because of that reason, but Toy Story 5 got announced recently-ish, I think. At least announced to me. So I need to watch Toy Story 4. I'm just scared of the emotions. But I must embrace them. Embrace them. Do you like documentaries? Yeah, of course. Love documentaries. And why? Why not? So I like documentaries because I like learning. I think if you like learning, documentaries are probably a little bit more appealing. But also there's like just pretty cool stuff in documentaries. Yeah, something about liking learning. If you enjoy learning, I think learning is a lot easier if you enjoy it. Um, I used to, when I studied a lot of astrophysics and theoretical physics, I used to pick things apart a lot and work things out. Not necessarily physically, just in my head. And I haven't done that for a long time, but I really enjoyed that process. I think that I think they're all connected somehow. What's the worst movie you have seen recently? Oh, I'm sure there's something I can't remember. I mean, I wouldn't have called Nope good, but it wasn't terrible. But that's the only thing I can think of that I've seen recently. I definitely did watch a movie in the last 6 months that was terrible, but I just can't remember what. Don't actually watch that many movies because series are long and there's a lot to get through. What's the strangest movie you've ever seen? So there's like 3, I think. Naked Lunch, Existence, or Existence, whatever you want, however you want to pronounce it, and Breaker. I mean, it doesn't get weirder than those 3 movies. I have been told that there's plenty of movies, I think by the same guy that did Paprika, and they're all mad, even more so. But Paprika, I couldn't even watch it. I think I was really drunk, and it was like, it hurt my brain. Should probably try it sober. I've been sober for like 5 years now. 500 years, or 4 years or something, I don't know how long. I'm not counting. I made the decision. Stick to the decision. If only I could do that with sugar. I guess I was never addicted to alcohol, and I am addicted to sugar. Oh well, look at these beans. Toe beans. Let's finish this foot, and then let's have a look at the other jellyfish. Do you like horror movies? So horror movies are terrible. They're not scary. I quite liked a couple of seasons of American Horror Story because I did think they were a bit better presented. I like mystery. There's loads of things. There's loads of movies that I like that you would probably call horror. You know, Alien is a horror movie. Probably others. I can't remember. But typically, like, I don't go and watch, you know, the next big horror movie because I always find them laughably bad. That's why when things are generally labeled as like thriller, they tend to be a little bit more intellectual or mysterious. Not that I don't appreciate trashy horror for what it is. I do, but it's when it's pretending to be something it isn't that I don't like it. Alright, let's have a look at this other jellyfish. Just gonna save it once more because, you know, crashing and all. When OBS crashes, it closes all my programs for some reason, apart from Google. So it takes out Illustrator with it. When was the last time you went to a movie theatre? I don't go very often. We don't have a good one here, and I can't remember what I watched last, but it was a while ago. Probably 2 years ago. We were going to watch Oppenheimer, but we didn't in the end. I can't remember why. Still need to watch Oppenheimer. Still not even seen it. But it was before that anyway. I'm probably going to watch Wolverine x Deadpool at the cinema because I loved Logan to bits. That movie is so good. I went to see that movie blind. I did not know what I was going to watch. I didn't know it was an 18, you know, or R-rated or whatever. I didn't know anything like that. I just went to watch it because I got a thing, you know, a little card for my birthday. It had like, 20 quid Odeon voucher on it or whatever. So I just went. I just took two of my friends and I went, and it was in the first 2 minutes of the movie. He is slicing people up, and I was like, oh, finally we get an R-rated comic book movie, apart from The Watchmen, obviously. And it was Patrick Stewart saying "fuck off, Logan" that just made me so happy. It's just like the best scene. It's just a very good movie. So Hugh Jackman reprising his role as Wolverine with his good friend is just going to be great. I think it's going to be really, really, really good. It's going to be silly. It's going to be funny. I'm not a massive fan of Deadpool, those two movies. I didn't like the first one when I first watched it, but I watched it again and much more. I appreciated it way more, and I think I probably did like the second, but even may have preferred the first. I'm not sure. One of them I definitely preferred. I think it might have been the second one, but I can't remember. Either way, I really like Ryan Reynolds, so I'm not concerned. Yeah, even if the writing wasn't that great, I think I'd still have a good time. But I think the writing will be good. I think it's going to be an excellent movie. Oh, what's happening here? Okay, so we're going to make a compound path. Because we want to apply a gradient to this whole thing all at once. I think that might be what my video is about on Wednesday, maybe? Can't remember. Is that all of you? It's quite hard to tell. I think it is. That's not gone to plan. Oh no. I'm going to have to start this process again. I apologize. Let's go. Yeah, so Wolverine X Deadpool, if it's going to bring a little bit of Logan and Wolverine together, it couldn't be better than that. Silly plus serious, excellent combination. And also, they're finally putting Hugh Jackman in the silly yellow X-Man suit. And that just makes me happy. Oh dear, okay. Right, object. Compound path, make. Let's copy this one over. Start with this. I dig it. I mean, already that looks way better. But yeah, I want to change this, I guess, as well. I'm not sure what to yet. So let's have a play about together. I'm gonna save it. Look for a question. And then we shall resume. Plane just went past. Don't know if you could hear that. Do you prefer to watch movies in the theatre or in the comfort of your own home? Is a very good question, and the answer is I prefer to watch movies alone at my desk. It's where I watched Guardians 1, and I watched it twice that day because I loved it so much. And I don't feel that way about many things. We could do an underglow on this. Meow. I don't actually know how to move this gradient. Bloop, bloop. How do you... How do I move the circle? Oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter. We'll just make it bigger. It's fine. And then we can drag this down. Don't know how to do it. Doesn't matter. There must be a way. Right. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so I don't mind the cinema. Generally, it's quite uncomfortable. If it's comfortable, I like it. I really enjoyed one of the Star Wars ones I watched. I was a bit drunk, and that probably helped. Because no one else seemed to like it. I'm just going to double check that this is the same as this. It is. Oh dear. Alright, let's find something else. What was the last song you listened to? It's hard because I've listened to about 100 songs today already. I think it was Nefarious by Monuments. Might have been High Road by Mastodon because I was trying to sing it. Doesn't look like 90 degrees to me. I guess it is. Jellyfish is just slightly tilted. What else have I listened to today? I played Duality by Slipknot on guitar because I wanted to tune my guitar to AGCFAD again. Can't remember what that tuning's called. Single drop A? I don't know. It's D standard, but with the D drop to an A. So, or drop C, but dropped even further to B. Yeah, I wanted to tune my guitar back to that, so I thought, I'll play one more drop B song while I'm here. So I did. Alright, let's find a colour, shall we? Not sure what colour. Maybe a... That's no good. Maybe a real dark purple. But then this I kind of want light. Maybe I go completely black on everything. No, I don't want to go black, do I? I need this colour, this grey background colour. Then I'm going to introduce a bit of colour. Let's try that. Might not work, but it also might work. So let's try. What colour are you? 282828. I mean, that looks nice, but it looks out of place, so... Let's start with this, and... Okay, well, at least I know what it is. 282828. So we just want to introduce a tiny bit of colour. Make it seem a bit transparent. I like it. I think if we go like... Let's get a really light pink. How did I rotate this again? Oh god. Okay, so we know definitely not that. I quite like that. It's quite ghostly. Might do like another layer as well on top for now. For now, I think that's cool. I quite like it dark with the twinkly guys around it. That looks a bit bigger than I want it. That's actually quite a small circle, isn't it? I'm just going to try pink. Not ghostly enough. This is quite ghostly. I like that. So I'm going to leave that there for now. And I'm not sure. It's probably time to stop. It has been a pleasure, as always. And I look forward to seeing you next time. I hope you have a lovely week or evening or day, morning, whatever time you're watching.